At protests around the U.S., those supporting the Israeli side and those supporting the Palestinian side are both making their voices heard. Along with the rising emotions on display at the protests comes a rising threat of ideological violence. Fearing attacks on Jews or Muslims, places like New York City have ramped up security around rallies and around places of worship. U.S. Homeland Security officials have not publicly revealed any credible threats from terror groups, but are concerned about individuals turning to violence.
We remain very concerned about the lone wolf, the individual incited to violence by an ideology of hate.
The Muslim civil rights group CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, says it's been forced to move its annual banquet from this hotel outside Washington, D.C. after reporting bomb and death threats made by anonymous callers. The event has been moved to an undisclosed location and security ramped up. CARE says Palestinians and Muslims in general are often dehumanized in U.S. culture, especially on social media.
We know that dehumanization has a linkage to violence. It starts off with dehumanizing a group of people, then this otherizes them, and then it opens them up to a mob-like mentality of people to target.
U.S. President Joe Biden has spoken out against violence aimed at both sides.
We must, without equivocation, denounce anti-Semitism. We must also, without equivocation, denounce Islamophobia. You know, in moments like these, when fear and suspicion, anger and rage run hard, that we have to work harder than ever to hold on to the values that make us who we are.
But with no end in sight to the crisis in Israel and Gaza, the threat of violence in the U.S. will likely remain. Jim Spellman, CGTN, Arlington, Virginia.